can't help it, I want you. I can't stop and look the other way, 'cause I know it could be, babe, and you never felt me.
Hello kitties, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be explaining why I've been gone for so long while showing you a compilation of me making some random megas. The first mega I'll be making is a mega owl. I was so excited to be able to make this. I don't know if you could tell in the clip I wasn't very excited looking, but yeah, I made this a while ago and I'm finally putting it into a video to show you guys, as well as adding it to a ton of other megas being made, so the video is long enough to sit down and watch. But I hope you guys enjoyed the background video, and now I'm going to get into explaining. So I was finally able to join Adopt Me for the first time in about 4 months just last week, and I'm so incredibly happy to finally be back and have time to play again, and finally have time to record this video and the video that I just posted. The video I just posted, I kind of wanted to just post something since I haven't posted literally anything for so long, and I was just doing something random. I had a ton of gifts, and I ended up just opening them while recording and posting it. I didn't really get to edit it or explain anything. I just throw some music over it and hope for the best. And thank you guys so much for still supporting me while I was gone. You guys were asking where I was, and I was not going to reply. I just didn't know exactly what to say, but this is the reply for all of you that have been waiting for me to finally post and finally tell you guys what's going on. But as you know, it's currently the school year, and I'm in a few college level and AP level classes. So I haven't been spending a lot of time playing Adopt Me. I've been spending a lot of time studying and doing other stuff. But I've also been a part of a few different sports teams this year, and this past winter I was a part of the women's wrestling team. I used to wrestle when I was younger, and I've been trying to get back into it the whole entire time I've been in high school. And finally this year, which is my senior year, I was able to join a team. And not only am I so incredibly grateful and happy that I was able to join a team, but I've also gotten a lot of opportunities outside of this wrestling season. One of them is being able to join a club team, and the coaches actually asked me to be on the team. And I've also been asked by a ton of colleges to wrestle for them next year. And with that, there was offers, scholarships for wrestling from different schools. And I literally was speechless when this started happening. I was so it was unreal to me, and it still is unreal to me that I'm going somewhere on scholarship, on an athletic scholarship, kind of. And that was literally my dream, and I never thought I was going to be able to reach this dream and be able to get a scholarship like this to a college, but here I am. And I've actually been traveling all around the US, seeing these campuses and seeing which one I like the best, and I ended up finding the perfect one for me, which I'm not going to say what one it is. It's in Missouri. They're D2, and they have literally the most beautiful campus I've ever seen. When I saw it online, I wasn't sure because it didn't look as good as it did in person, which don't ever go to college before looking at it in person. And I'm also allergic to gluten because I have celiacs, and their chef was so accommodating and kind and just trying to make sure that I was fed, and she's just a mother to all of the students, making sure everyone's fed and just being very, very nice. Other schools that I've been to were quite like that school with the food and accommodating my allergy. And you can tell she does not play about people's allergies at all. And I'm honestly so grateful that I'm going to be able to go to a school with someone like that. And not only that, but it's a smaller school, so she's able to know everybody individually and everything. But their professors are literally amazing and super smart. Every single one of them has a PhD, and it's not like that in the schools that are near me. So that is going to be awesome. They're only a 41% acceptance rate, so it's good that I got in there. And it's kind of competitive-ish to get into, so that's kind of a flex, I guess. But yeah. It's also in Missouri, and I'm from New York, so being in a place that's a lot better weather and a lot less harsh of a winter is awesome. And I don't know if any of you guys are from New York, but if you are from New York, you know how crazy the winters get and how bipolar the springs are. And I honestly am not a big fan of snow, especially not driving in the snow. If you've ever driven in the snow, you know exactly what I mean. I've literally gone off the road because of the snow, and I've literally almost spun out because of the snow. Luckily, I'm kind of a pro drifter, so I've gotten out of many sticky situations, but yeah. But yeah, I'm literally obsessed with warm weather and winters like not being so crazy. I'm like, all I want is just like a week long winter. Just for like Christmas, or like a month long winter. I feel like a week is kind of too short. But like a month long, Christmas is included. So you have like snow for like Christmas and everything. And it's honestly just like the perfect college for me. I was also reached out to by the spirit team coach, which is cheer and dance like combined, except they'd still do it differently, just like the same coach, I think. I haven't gotten a lot of information about this, but I've been a dancer for like literally my entire life, and I did end up having to quit when I moved, when I had to quit wrestling as well. Like, well, not the same exact time I quit wrestling before, because my mom wouldn't let me do both. But I wanted to be a dancer, and then I realized that I don't really want to be a dancer, I want to be a wrestler. And I get to do both, which honestly, both of them are like, it's me. That's like who I am, is doing both of them. Being like an athlete that does as many sports as possible has always been me. And like, if you ask anybody, that's probably how they'd know me by at least like elementary school or middle school. And now my big decision for that school is figuring out if I want to do cheer or dance as a fall sport. And they don't compete in any of this. It's just kind of like go to the games and you cheer at the games, or like go to pep rally and you dance at the pep rally, like whatever. I honestly love both sports equally, and I've done both of them. I did cheer while I wasn't able to do dance or wrestling, and it's honestly so much fun. I love like doing flips. That's one of my favorite things, is acro. And I also love the sassiness you get to do when you're like on the cheer team, and bows and pom poms and sparkles and all that, which you still get to do on the dance team. I'm just like not quite sure which one I want to do, because I was a flyer for cheer, and that was like honestly so much fun. And watching the games super close, like the football games especially, not really basketball. Basketball is not quite my thing, but I do love watching football games. So it's gonna be so difficult to actually like decide which one I want to do. But I do have more experience with dance, so maybe they'll decide for me based on my skills and everything, but yeah. And finally, we're just going to be talking about what I want to do now that I'm finally back and able to post. So I did post once this week, and well, this video, and then once last week. I want to try to post at least once a week, but I'm going to aim for twice a week. And I'm heard a lot of people say that they want speed builds. People obviously love my house tours because I always get a ton of views on those. And I've heard people say grind with me, like just like screen recording me aging up pets and stuff. So I'm gonna try and do all of that, as well as making videos every time an update comes out to review the update and everything. And I'll make one of those reviewing the Sakura update or whatever it's called, and the next update, the moon update, the moon egg update. So if you guys have any recommendations for any videos that you guys want to see, or just like ideas for me, please let me know what you want to see, because most of the reason why I haven't been able to post is because I've been not figuring out what I want to post, or like not figuring out an idea to post that's kind of like original, or something like that. So that's all you can do, is help me figure out what to post. Literally anything you want with that has to do with .me, I will try to post that for you. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a suggestion of what I should post on in the comment section. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Giveaway should be soon. Bye!